And what we're going to talk about today is these suction covers down here. You can see there's 4 of them. This is a Dimension 1 tub, but these are found in a lot of different tubs. This is a Pentair brand. This is the large one. That is the small one down there. And we're going to pull it off and see what we can use to replace it. And so we can help you figure out what you can use if these are broken. You can see that they'll break out like this. So there's got to be a solution for it. There's a little cover. You can see it's got 2 little tabs in it right there. There's a Phillips screw right down in the center. And as I said, there's 2 different sizes, and we'll measure them so we can tell which one is which. But that's what it looks like on the back, and there's just a stainless steel screw that holds it in place. And then we'll look on the front. Right there, you can see what it looks like. And that's what we call a suction return. And basically the way this thing works is your pump sucks water in to there and goes through the pump and then comes back out the jets. And the way it is the law is you have to have at least 2 suctions per pump, and sometimes you'll have 2 suctions and a filter, or you'll have a suction and a filter. And the point of that is it's not likely that you could cover this up and cover that up and hold somebody under the water at the same time. So they'll have multiple points of suction. So we're going to do some measuring on this and see what's going on. So ladies and gentlemen, on this particular suction, you can see that it measures just a hair over 5 inches across, like 5 1/8. And then the smaller one measures 4 1/8 across, or right at it. This suction will work in place of both of those, but you may have to cut. Alright, so I've got these covers, and you can see these 2 covers, one will fit inside the other. That's the small style, the large style, Pentair. This cover is kind of in between the sides. You can see if I put it bottom to bottom, but this actually has these little fins in here where it almost makes it that small. So I'm going to install this over that and see how it looks and how it works. We're going to put it on this one right here. So let's install and see what happens. Well, it makes a nice tight fit. It goes down in there and looks pretty nice, although it's a different color. I don't think I can get those in white, but we'll find as many colors of them as we can. But that will replace the smaller one. Now I've got to work on what will replace the larger one. I think that one is too small. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened is the Virginia Graham-Baker Act, the VGB Act, outlawed a lot of these covers. That's why you can no longer find them. So these are VGB-compatible covers that I am offering to solve this issue. There's 2 different sizes of these covers, and these are actually 2 different brands. This is a Waterway brand, this is a Pentair brand, but you can see they look virtually identical, other than one has a little cover that goes in there. You see that? Almost identical. That one's got the ribs in it and that one doesn't. But I'm going to put this, and these actually, the replacement cover that I'm using measures about less than 5 inches. These are actually a hair more than 5, and the smaller ones that look just like this are a hair more than 4. So I'm going to install this cover, and the way I'm going to do it is, if you look, this thing's got little ears on it. This will go over the ears, but just barely. It's a little tight, but you can actually push it up like that right there and hold it and center the screw up. That's the hardest part, is getting that screw centered. And it will work in the place of it, just like that. So you can take this cover off on the ones that's a hair over 5 inches, and that cover will go on. You just have to kind of hold it centered, tighten the screw up nice in it. And I also have used side cutters before and trimmed the edges of those off but you can see that right there will work.
So here's an example of one that you're going to have to actually cut the edges of the part that is glued into the tub. If you don't, there's no other solution for it. So what we're talking about is this shape of suction cover, which is going to be either Pentair or Waterway. The Waterway does not have the little cover in the middle to cover the screw up, and the Pentair does. But in this case, we're not going to actually do the job, but we needed to make this happen, we would trim the edges of the little X that you see in the fitting. And what we would do is cut the little edges off with a pair of side cutters. So there it is, friends. If you go to the website, we offer these. Look for the universal suction cover for Pentair. Thank you so much for watching.